Hello and welcome everyone to the Gold and Silver Club end of week review for the 21st of February 2014, presented by myself, Phil Carr, and Nik Kalsi at the Gold and Silver Club. Today we will be reviewing the latest developments in the commodities markets and analysing the week's performance. The live session will cover an end of week summary for gold, silver, oil, natural gas and the commodity currencies. We'll be reviewing the top trades of the week, looking at live market commentary. We're going through the charts, technical analysis. We'll also cover major events in the week ahead and, of course, answer any questions you may have too. So gold price this week has certainly been very interesting. Gold price hit 3-month highs ahead of the FOMC Minutes on Wednesday. So on February the 18th, gold price peaked to a 3-month high of $1,332 an ounce in the run-up to the release of the FOMC the FOMC statement, and the gold price fell on profit taking, triggered by comments in the minutes indicating an ongoing commitment by the Fed to continue trimming its quantitative easing program. So since gold price's low of 1185 reached in December 2013, the precious metal has booked an impressive gain of 12% before this week's downward move. It kicked in after the FOMC, and the FOMC the statement that was released from the January meeting showed the committee unanimously voted to reduce the amount of its monthly asset purchasing program by $10 billion per month. So according to the minutes, the FOMC decided to change its forward guidance as the unemployment rate approached its 6.5% threshold, and gold was supported as the FOMC officials said the emerging market turmoil could pose a risk to the US economy, but the knock-on effect of recent developments were likely not to be too severe. So from a technical perspective, gold's 7-week uptrend is still in place on the daily chart. We'll certainly take a look at that, which remains bullish for gold, certainly in the near term, and we'll take a look at that charts very shortly. And charts looking very interesting at the moment, so we'll look at if there's any setups we can take a look at this morning. Before we do so, I'm Phil Carr, professional trader, trainer and speaker. I'm the co-founder and director of the Gold and Silver Club. I specialise in teaching people how to make money from trading the most lucrative financial markets in the world: gold, silver, oil, natural gas and the commodity currencies. I've trained thousands of individuals to become independent traders and successfully manage their own investment portfolio, and I'm responsible for the research and development of the Gold and Silver Club trademark strategies that have a proven track record of generating returns for traders. Also a regular contributor to a number of financial publications and speak at numerous trading seminars, webinars and workshops. Joining me in running the Gold and Silver Club is Nik Kalsi, professional trader, investment analyst and speaker. Nik began his career within private wealth management in 2002 before making the transition into proprietary trading, and prior to co-founding the Gold and Silver Club spent over 5 years coaching professional fund managers and traders internationally for some of the world's top tier hedge funds and investment banks, and through his first-hand relationship with some of the world's most successful traders discovered the formula, mindset and tools that give any individual the definitive edge to trade in any economy. Also writes for a number of global business and financial publications, and we've appeared frequently on financial television. So that's a bit of background on the Gold and Silver Club, and I can see lots of familiar faces on the call. So it's great to see you back here, and if you're new to the weekly review, welcome. If we take a look at gold price right now, we're trading at $1,320 an ounce. We had a little bit of a pullback overnight, but we're still being supported. There could be some interesting moves, certainly this afternoon. So we will take a look at the technicals very shortly. In terms of the top trades that we've had over the week using the Gold and Silver Club signature trading strategies, there have been some nice meaty trades. So we've not needed to take lots of trades this week because we've had 3 which have all delivered very well. So we'll talk you through these. So first of all, WTI crude oil. That was a trade setup that we closed on Friday. Gave us a really nice move once that triggered on the Monday. So that was an entry here. You can see on the chart there where we've got a nice area of consolidation, nice hammer at Fibonacci, and we've entered at 131 with a risk of 100 points, so $1,000 risk for each lot traded, and we came out at 102.43 for 212 points profit there for a nice 2-to-1, and you can see that delivered in 2 days on the chart, so for $2,120 profit for each lot traded. Now, we then had a nice move as well on Brent midweek. We had a really nice hammer form again at key Fibonacci level. Very similar setup to WTI. Both these markets very strongly correlated. And we had a nice break above 109.32 where we had our trigger point. And we came up and hit our 2-to-1 profit target automatically at 110.75. 119 points profit, 50 point risk on the trade, 143 points profit. So nice 3-to-1 on that Brent crude oil trade, which delivered just within 1 day. And we also had a nice sell short opportunity on gold this week, which was pushed down to our 2-to-1 profit target on the FOMC on Wednesday, the statement and the minutes which came through. So that was a sell at 13.21. We came down to 13.10, hit our automatic take profit, 110 points profit. So the risk on that was 50 points. So for each lot trading, $500 risk, and for a reward of 110 points, 1,100 US dollars profit for a 2-to-1. So you can see each of those 3 trades there really adding up to just shy of about 500 points this week. So just 3 meaty trades, and those are our top trades for the week on the metals and the energies. So what we'll move over to now is we'll go over some live market analysis for you, and we'll take a look at the charts, looking quite interesting at the moment. We will start off with, let's have a look. I think we're going to start off with gold for you. In fact, I'll tell you what, we'll start off with the energy, start off with oil, and then we'll move over to gold. So we've had some really interesting moves on the energies, on natural gas, and also with WTI and Brent crude oil. So just switch you over to my other monitor. Okay, let me just do a quick check on the visuals there. Everybody can see my monitor okay. We should be on WTI crude oil at the moment. If you just put a Y, if you can see that in the chat. To the upside, and we're staying very contained within this upward trending channel on oil at the moment. So we've just come up and we retested, just on the daily at the moment, we retested midweek the upper end of this trend channel. So we were expecting a bit of a pullback. We're coming back to retest 102.21 Fibonacci level just this morning. So what we might see here is just a retest. If we break that fib level, just come down, retest the lower end of this trend channel, which has been forming on WTI, before we move higher here. You can see each time we come up towards the top end of this trend channel, we normally get a pullback, get some profit taking. But certainly we are maintaining this upward trending channel. In terms of next level that we're looking at, it's about another 200 points above as the next key level of resistance at 103.97. If you take a look at the weekly here, we've had 6 consecutive weeks of high highs and high lows here. So we are certainly very much in a strong bull trend here on WTI crude oil at the moment. This is also, you can see this reflected through onto natural gas. Natural gas actually hit 5-year highs this week. So we continue to have some really nice breakout opportunities. I'll just flip it onto the 4-hour time frame. Nice strong trends here at the moment on natural gas, continuing to break out to higher highs here. We're loving the natural gas trade at the moment. Its seasonality wise, it has a bullish slant at the moment anyway, just due to the increased usage of natural gas, particularly in America at the moment, which the big freeze, which has been in the news recently, which has caused a lot more consumption of natural gas. So that is helping us with our natural gas longs currently. The next key level I would look to break here is 6.40. That's going to take us again just a breaking above 5-year highs, and then we've got a way to go there to 7.85 into really the next major resistance there as we continue to break out. You really want to go historically on the chart there to get more data. You don't want to be trading. You can trade the futures here, but you want a historical chart to be able to look at the data. So in terms of natural gas, we are seeing this upward trend stay intact, and we're looking to take out to continue to trade the breakouts to the upside. If we move over to Brent crude oil, so Brent crude oil also faring very well, with not as well as WTI and natural gas, but still we've had a really nice move here. We continue to be in this upward trending channel. If you look on the weekly here, we've produced a nice hammer last week, and that got triggered earlier on this week. We took that nice day trade, and we've just come up at the moment, another higher high and a higher low. So we're going to see how we close over the course of today. You can see that we might come back and retest. There is a trend channel here, which has been in place on Brent 2. Might come down, just retest the 109.71 Fibonacci level before finding more support. Nice hammer put in yesterday on the daily. Next key levels we're looking to target for take profit here are 111 and 111.24. If we can break through those, we can really see a clear run up to 112. So we're just monitoring that on the daily and 4 hour for more setups here. So you can feel a little bit of a pullback just today, but nothing to be too concerned about. We're looking still to take more trade opportunities whilst the trend stays to the upside here on Brent. If we move across and we take a look at gold and silver, similar situation with gold and silver. The commodities all pretty strong at the moment. If we take a look at gold, what's important to note is we have for the past week now, we have remained above the 200-day moving average, which has been important. We're still establishing this strong upward trending channel at the moment here on gold. And in fact, let me just remove this trend line here. In fact, on the, we'll just go over to the 4 hour. We've had some nice trade opportunity yesterday just for a quick day trade. We had a bounce off the 103.06 Fibonacci level, came up to 103.25, just consolidating a little bit at the moment. The key level really to break now is 13.22 to the upside. 13.25 is providing some resistance at the moment. We're seeing the price channel between 13.25 down to 13.06. Which is providing us with some nice day trade opportunities. But if we get a nice breakout from 13.25, we'll probably come up 70 points to 13.32, and then we'll be looking for a breakout above 13.32, 13.36, and then no real major resistance for another 200 points until 13.54. So let me just make that more visual for you. Okay, so this is what we're looking at the moment. We're continuing to consolidate between 13.06 to 13.25. What we want to see at the moment is a break above 13.25, which will probably come up to 13.32, and then a break above 13.32 would be a break above 2014 highs. And then we'll be looking for a move towards the next Fibonacci level here at 13.36. And then a breakout towards 13.54. So these are the major levels you want to be watching out for at the moment on gold. A break of 13.06 to the downside, and we could see a move just come and retest the Fibonacci's below around the 12.90 level. But we continue to consolidate at the moment. So there's gold is definitely a good one to be watching today on for your day trades. A lot of opportunities in gold. If we move over to copper, copper has been moving within this trend channel. If you look on the 4 hour chart, there's a very strong trend channel which has been in place since the beginning of February. This trend channel that we have has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bounces. We bounced off it again just this morning. So whilst we continue to hold that, there are opportunities to day trade copper just back towards the upper end of this trend channel. And whilst we maintain a bullish stance at the moment, we can see we're carving a V-shaped reversal pattern at the moment in copper, which has been playing out very well. So if you just have a look at the V-shaped reversal pattern that we've got, so you've got essentially here is the V-shape, and really what we're looking at is the neckline on that to break out. You've got one here, which is a 3.2790, and then one just above there, which is where we spiked up to last week. And then we can get a significant breakout. So we do look like we're forming a bottom at the moment. So if we can continue to get supported, as long as we don't break out below this trend line and come down, if this trend line stays intact, we'll probably see a move back up towards the upper end of this trend channel, similar to how we've seen how we've seen both WTI and Brent, especially WTI, react over the last month. So we could get a move back up towards 3.3120, which will also be positive for gold and silver, and we may continue to channel, and then we can probably get an explosive move once we can really break above 3.3120. And you get some really nice correlations with silver on copper as well. So we just take a look at silver. So silver at the moment, we can see here, we're just consolidating I'm very interested in silver here during this consolidation for a potential breakout to the upside here. So you can see we're starting to build quite a lot of pressure on silver here. So here is our consolidation zone on silver. You can see we've got a dragonfly doji. We've got another hammer here. Moving averages supporting the price. 21.36, providing good support here. So if we can get a break above 22, I'm going to be interested in this. Probably get a nice move towards, I would imagine, about 45-point move up to Fibonacci 22.46 and possibly up to 23 here as well. So that's what I'm watching out for. We remain bullish here. We've got a nice upward trending channel forming on silver at the moment. We're above all the major moving averages. So silver's doing well. It's just consolidating at the moment. So that's the play I'm looking at the moment. So above 22, a breakout above 22. That's what I'm personally looking for silver. So monitoring that. I'll definitely keep an eye on silver and that price action level. Moving over finally to Australian US dollar here. So Australian US dollar has, if you go on the 4-hour time frame, we've been a little bit of a downward trending channel of late. So here's this downward trending channel which we've been moving between on the 4-hour time frame. So it's got a little bit of work to do at the moment, Australian US dollar. We did come up and retest the 0.90783 Fibonacci level. Just zoom out, you can see that provided resistance going back to 13th of January 13th of January on the chart. And then we came up, we retested that level mid-February. We retested again last week. So that's really, the market is struggling to break that level. There's day trade opportunities to short and go long based on the 4-hour time frames here. On the daily, what I would be monitoring is the fact that we've got a nice dragonfly doji which formed yesterday. You can see this hammer at a Fibonacci level as well. So I'll be looking for a potential breakout here to the upside. It's not ready yet, but that's what I'm looking for. Which would give us circa, let's just have a look at this. Yeah, circa, if we come back up to Fibonacci level above here, give us about 1.5 to 1. Possibly a 2 to 1. So, and then that's going to be an event area as well here. So if we get a move up to 0.90783, that's also an event area. If we can get a break of that, we're still above some key moving averages. We really need to close above this Fibonacci here today, 0.9937, in order to have a stronger move to the upside next week and today as well. But we still remain above some key moving averages on this chart. Really, if we can get a solid move above the 2014 highs here, get a breakout above 0.9084, then I'm going to get interested in more breakout opportunities here on Australian US dollar. So we're a bit contained between this price channel at the moment, but that's definitely going to be one to watch as well. So what I would keep an eye on today and moving into next week, I would certainly keep an eye on silver. We look like we're consolidating, ready for a breakout to the upside. Gold as well, 1325, we want to see cleared, 1322 if we're going to get any significant moves to the upside here. Copper, see if this V-shaped reversal pattern plays out and we get supported here at this trend line. Very good risk to reward here actually at the moment from this trend line. I'll just show you that. Based on this candle it's forming at the moment, you can see you could probably get about a 3 to 1 out of that back up to the upper end of this resistance of this trend channel. Brent and WTI, they're a bit overextended at the moment. I want clearer signals there on Brent and WTI. I've got long-term swing trades on those which are doing well, but I don't think there's not much in day trade opportunities today. So the main focus is really going to be the metals. For today I'll be looking at gold, silver and copper for some nice moves. Also, finally, we'll take a look at natural gas too. So natural gas has had some, just continues to break out to the upside. Going to be looking for us to clear above 6.41 to pave the way forward for much higher prices here to break out above these 5-year highs. And we'll also finally, let's just look at the US dollar index. US dollar index is also finding a little bit of consolidation here. We did break down earlier in the week to 79.91. Got some support on the FOMC, the minutes that were released, which put some pressure on gold. We continue to be in a downtrend, but we are consolidating here on the US dollar index. So a breakout to the upside would be weak for gold, and if we got a sell-off on the US dollar index, that would provide support for gold. Also, gold at the moment is certainly being supported by some of the safe haven demand from the additional tapering. We are seeing money coming out the emerging markets and over to gold, which is providing some support for the time being. So we are still on the bullish short term. We're looking for more upside here for gold. So let's take a look at major news which is due for the week ahead. Okay, so the key events we want to be looking at into next week. I'll cover the top 6 events that we will be looking out for as we move into next week. So these include the following. On Tuesday, the 25th of February at 3 p.m. GMT, at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, we have the U.S. consumer confidence. That index measures the level of consumer confidence in economic activity. It is a leading indicator as it can predict consumer spending, which plays a major role in overall economic activity. So a higher reading points to higher consumer optimism, and a higher than expected reading should be taken as bullish for the US dollar, while a lower than expected reading should be taken as bearish. Next Wednesday, the 26th of February, we have at 3 p.m. GMT, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, US new home sales. Now, that report measures the annualized number of new single-family homes that were sold during the previous month. So that report tends to have a greater impact when it's released ahead of existing home sales because the reports are very tightly correlated. A higher than expected reading should be taken as bullish for the US dollar, while a lower than expected reading should be taken as bearish. Next Wednesday, the 26th of February at 3:30 p.m. GMT, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we have US crude oil inventories. That data reports the number of barrels of crude oil commercial firms have in inventory. Commercial firms report those inventory levels to the Energy Information Administration on a weekly basis. So a higher than expected reading should be taken as bearish for crude oil, while a lower than expected reading should be taken as bullish. So if you trade the energies, that's a very important announcement for your WTI and Brent crude oil trades. And moving into next week, we have next Thursday, 27th of February, 1:30 p.m. GMT, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we have the US core durable goods. So that report measures the change in the total value of new orders for long-lasting manufactured goods, excluding transportation items. That core number gives a better gauge of ordering trends. A higher reading indicates increased manufacturing activity. So a higher than expected reading should be taken as bullish for the US dollar. A lower than expected reading should be taken as bearish. That will inversely affect gold and silver. On next Thursday, 27th of February, we have US natural gas storage. So the Energy Information Administration provide that natural gas storage report measuring the change in the number of cubic feet of natural gas held in underground storage during the past week. And that is at 3:30 p.m. next Thursday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 3:30 GMT. So whilst this is a US indicator, it does tend to have a big impact on the USD CAD as well, due to Canada's sizable energy sector. And finally, next Friday, 28th of February, we have US GDP at 1:30 p.m. GMT, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So that's the gross domestic product, measuring the analyzed change in the inflation-adjusted value of all goods and services produced by the economy. It is the primary indicator of the economy's health. A higher than expected reading should be taken as bullish for the US dollar, while a lower than expected reading should be taken as bearish. So those are the major news announcements, the 6 top announcements that we will be looking at over the course of next week. And of course, if you would like to find out more about how to really take your trading to the next level and inquire more about our Gold and Silver Club live trading room program and get exclusive access to our international community and find out more about how to join upcoming workshops, we can provide you with dates for the next Gold and Silver Club Masterclass workshops. You can get those at the following. Just request more information on the Gold and Silver Club packages at www.jointhegoldensilverclub.com. You can contact us at our London, New York or Johannesburg offices. We have our staff is available right now if you call us any of the numbers just displayed on the screen there if you want to find out more information. So numbers are on the screen. Or of course, feel free to email us directly, office@thegoldensilverclub.com to get more information there. I'll come back to those numbers if you need to get in touch. And of course, make sure you subscribe to our newsletter. Get free weekly gold, silver, oil, commodity currency news, live market analysis, update on all the fundamentals as well that affected the week and the fundamentals for the following week. And here are the details to get in touch. Okay, excellent. So lastly, just a couple of questions. So let me take a look at those before we wrap up, guys. So Mason, how can I activate the tool for measuring the risk to reward ratio? Yeah, that is a custom-made tool for the Gold and Silver Club, Mason. So if you'd like to find out more about that, just get in touch on the email or the numbers on the screen there. But yeah, it's not a tool that you'll be able to activate just on your MetaTrader. It's been custom made for us. Mohammed. Okay, so that's with reference to gold. Yeah, Mohammed, our view on gold at the moment it's been supported. We, of course, last week we hit 2014 highs. Whilst we continue to be in an uptrend here on gold, there are day trade opportunities to both go long and short. If you're going on a longer term swing trade basis, the real key levels to be looking out for on gold at the moment are going to be breaks above 1325. We're at 1320 at the moment, and 1332. That's what we're going to be keeping an eye on. Gold's definitely one. The metals are gold, silver, copper. I would definitely keep an eye on over the course of today. We've had a lot of lucrative trading opportunities, and I see more breakouts here potentially ahead. Excellent. Well, that is a wrap, guys. And any other questions, just get in touch with us on either the numbers ahead on the screen there. Feel free to give us a call or just get in touch with us directly on the email on the screen. And wish you everybody good luck with their trading for today and moving into next week. Thanks, of course, to FX Street for putting on today's webinar. And we'll see you back here same time again next week. Okay, take care, everybody. Cheers. Bye-bye.